I'll take a wave as good. Okay. We'll wait a minute or so. We need weights. If you have a squishy ball, we can do some little bits with a ball, but you don't have to have one. If you want, you could grab a pillow, not a huge pillow, just kind of a decorative pillow would be good. And that's going to be all. Lovely to see you all this miserable morning. There we go. Okay. So squishy ball, if you have. Otherwise, just grab weights. Let's see. There we go. Okay, and I think we're good for time. Perfect. Okay. So standing, guys, feet just about hip distance apart. All right, so nice and relaxed through your shoulders and neck. I know last week we were talking a lot about neck. You're going to hear some of the same kinds of cues today. So thinking of keeping tension out of our upper traps and all these muscles in our neck so that we don't feel those after class. All right. And then start from the bottom and we'll work our way right up. So heels pressing into the mat. Think of each one of your toes pressing. Legs are straight but not locked. Think of that pull up on the front of your quads, lifting those kneecaps up slightly. Nice neutral pelvis, so no tipping one way or the other. Ribs hugging around your center like that corset. Shoulders relaxed, upper traps, neck all relaxed. And head back. Most of us have a tendency to be here. Let's try and keep our heads back in line with our spine. And then from there, we're just going to go with arms to start straight up to the side. Hold when they're there. Turn your palms all the way up. Bring them together. Open all the way out. Palms down. And then lower. So do that again. We're going to go straight up. Palms face up. So really get that rotation from your rotator cuff, that upper arm, and lower. Up, rotate, in, back out, lower, control. So as you're doing this, start to think about where you're moving from. So we could just be swinging our hands around in space, or we could really be moving from this upper part of our arm. That's what I want you to feel. You could be moving from even higher up, or you could be holding from even higher up, which would be your neck and those upper traps. Try not to do that. So really isolate that upper arm and lower. Go two more here. Up, palms up, squeeze in, back out, lower, and down. Last one, let's go up, palms up, in, back out, lower, and down. Now from here, let's bring our right arm up and then lower it down and then go left. Palms can face in. So as we're alternating arms, we're not going to rotate at all. We're not going to twist. We're just moving our arms. Again, thinking about that isolation, go up, just shoulder height, control down, and up, control down. Go two more each side, thinking about the weight on your feet. It should be nice and even. Waistlines both stay long. One more right, one more left. And let's add on, we're gonna go right arm up, left arm out to this side, add a little bit of a drop. So squatting down, see upper body hinges forward, hold there. And then stand up and then switch left arm in front, right arm to this side, drop down and press all the way up. So we're doing different things with our arms. Your waistlines should stay the same. The weight distribution in your feet should stay nice and even. It doesn't matter how low you go. Think about pressing up through your heels, a little bit through your big toe, finding the back lines of your legs, lower and up and again. Inhale down and press. Inhale down, exhale up. One more each side here. Press through those heels. One more here. Press through those heels and relax those shoulders. All right, palms face forward. We're gonna open those arms right out to the side. So really reach through your fingertips and then pull just your right elbow in. Your left one is still reaching to the side and reach, and then go left. Right arm is reaching and out, go right. This time we're gonna press and rotate and then hold her there. In, press and rotate. So we're coming in, rotate, and then in and rotate. So really pull that tricep in, palm faces forward. Thumb up, thumb down, thumb up, thumb down. My weights are kind of skin color for me, making it hard to see. Out, and again, in. Go one more right, and out, one more left, and out. Now go both. Pull them in, press, twist, pull, and twist. What's going on with those legs? Are your knees locking? Are you pressing more through your toes than your heels? Really think nice, even weight. Can't do two things at once, clearly. Out and in. Out, nice rotation, pull back. Go for 4 and pull. 3, last 2. Your breath doesn't really matter, just make sure you are breathing. Last 1, pull in, lower those arms, give your shoulders a little bit of a roll down. Okay, so from here, we're gonna bend it down again into that little squat. Same little squat, dropping down, ribs stay tight around your center. Now from here, we're gonna bend our elbows, 90-degree angles or so. And then all we're gonna do, I'll show you this side, press up through your left, actually let's start on our right. So press up through your right heel, kick left, out to the side, and then pull it back in. So you can slide it if you're on hardwood or you have socks on or whatever, or you can pick it up and step. So let's go out and in. Exhale, inhale in. So 4 more here. Kick, keeping that core nice and connected, trying not to let your weight shift right. Last 2. And in, ready, 1 more. Let's go out, pull it in, stay. So you're on your tippy toes of that left foot. From here, stand all the way up on your right. Extend those arms, so arms are straight. Bend back in, hinging your upper body forward, press. And then hinge upper body forward. Exhale as you press. Inhale down. Got it? You got 4 more. Actually, I think we got 5. And 4. Inhale. Right up. Most of your weight in your right. Last 2. And press 1 more. Inhale down. Exhale, press up, holding right here. From here, keep that pressure through your right heel. Try not to let your weight shift right. Still thinking about that right glute stabilizing. From here, lift your left up. Hold there. And then tap back down. So we're gonna reach in front and then pull back in. Reach straight out, shoulder height, and then pull in. 6 more here, lengthening your spine, head is back, collarbones are nice and wide. And in, keeping that core connected. And in, that right inner thigh is keeping towards that midline. Think about it hugging towards your midline. Last 2. And in, last 1, let's go out. Pull back in, stay. You're still thinking about this right glute. It is still stabilizing you with that inner thigh. From here, hinge your upper body forward, kick that left out. So weight is pretty centered. You're not letting your weight shift to the right. Hold here, lift, and lower. Lift that little bit, pause, and lower. Now really think about that right inner thigh, hugging your midline. Lift, and down, looking towards the mat. Keep those abs pulling in for that bit of stability. You got it, guys. You can have your hands on your hips. You can have them out to the side for that extra bit of balance. Help. You can hold on to the back of a chair. You've got 2. Last 1, holding there. Take a breath. Can you reach your arms? It's okay if you can't. Pull them in. Try again. Reach those arms. Gaze at one spot on the ground if you can. You've got 3. Abs pull in for that extra bit of stability. Go for 2, constant pressure through that right heel. And 1 more. Pull back in, pull that leg in, stand all the way up. Have a little shake out. All right. Feel that right glute, I hope. Now we're gonna do the same kind of set on the left. All right, so from here, we are gonna bend down, so hinge forward that little bit. We're gonna kick our right leg out. So now it's left glute, hugging in, left inner thigh, hugging toward that midline, not shifting this way. And then let's pull in and out. Let's go in and out. So in with control and then reach. Pull in with control and reach. In and out. In and out. You've got 4. Staying nice and long through your spine. 3 in. Last 2. Keep pressure through that left big toe. Don't put all your weight on the outside of that foot. Last 1. Pull in, stay right here. Extend those arms, standing up, feet about hip distance apart. Inhale down and exhale up. So again, you're dropping tailbone first. It feels like the sun is going to come out here. Lower and up. Inhale down. Go for 4. Exhale and press. Don't quite lock your knee at the top. 3. Last 2. Last 1. And up. Stay right there. Left leg is straight. It's not quite locked. Can we lift that leg in front? Hold there. Take a little bit of a breath. And then tap. Trying not to lean to the left like I was there. Up. Grow tall. And tap. Up. Grow tall. You could have your arms out to the side for that little extra bit of stability if that feels good. Up again. And down. You've got 4. Elbows wherever feels good. And down. 3. Press through that left heel. Keep that left big toe heavy. Left arch stays heavy, that whole inside of your leg. Tap down. Stay right there. You're ready? You're going to bend again. Shoot your right leg back. Holding there. Let's reach those arms forward for this guy. And then pull in. And pull in. You're going to go out and in. 1 more. Let's go out. Stay right there. So you can bring your arms in wherever feels good. We're going to lift and we're going to lower. If you want your arms out for that extra bit of stability, back of a chair is good. Whatever feels good. Back of a couch. Go for 4. Exhale up. Inhale down. 3. Not letting your hip completely open up. And down. Last 2. And up. 1 more. You're ready? Hold it up there. Take a breath. Holding. Keep reaching through those toes. Can we add some little arms to this? Go for 4. Constant pressure through that left heel. 3. Last 2. Last 1. Pull it in all the way and then stand all the way up. Give those guys a little bit of a shakeout. Okay, and then let's open our legs out to a wide second position. Find our center in our body again. So turning your thighs out to match your feet. Ready? We're just going to drop straight down. Hold when you're there. Turn your palms to face up and then down. Tiny bend in those knees. Up and down. You can even go up and a little bit back and then down and a little bit back, getting that full rotation, full range. That shoulder socket, lower and up. Go 2 more. Down and up. Last 1. Go down and up and then palms face forward. Pull your elbows in, reach out. Pull in and reach. Shoulders stay away from your ears. Reach. Core connects as you stand. Go for 4. And 3. Last 2. Last 1. Stay low. And those elbows in. Keep them, your elbows away from your waistline. Lift your right heel and down. Left and down. Even weight as you come to center and then shift that little bit, keeping your pelvis as still as you can. You can bring your hands to feel what's going on there if you want. 1 more right. 1 more left. Ready, both heels. Lift them and lower them. Lift them. Now stand up. lower them down. And up, don't lower your heels down, sorry, just lower your body down. And then press. Go for 4. Lower, exhale, press. Upper body stays pretty straight up and down. Whatever feels good for your arms. Out to this side gives you that extra little bit of stability for 2. Last 1. Stay here, lower and lift. Almost done. Go 4 more. Lower and lift. Keep those arms reaching. 3, 2, and up. Last 1. Lift them up, all the way up. Drop those heels, and then give those legs a little shake. Give those arms a little shake, and then come on to your mats. So feet are going to be about hip distance apart. Have your weights handy. If you do have a ball, you can have that handy as well. Not mandatory, right? Oops. Okay, so one weight at either hip there, and then just totally relax through your upper body. So feeling that your shoulder blades are flat on the mat, collarbones wide, back of your rib cage nice and heavy, little space behind that low back. We're gonna start with knee drops, really thinking about your pelvis staying still. So hands on your hips is a good place, is a good way to kind of feel what's going on with your hips, whatever feels good though, all right? So left knee is gonna stay pointing straight up. We're gonna open our right out, and then we're gonna pull it back in. And then we're gonna go left. Right knee is pointing up as your left opens, and then bring it back in. So as you open your right knee, your left wants to move to the side. You guys, most of you know this. Don't let it, right? Keep both knees pointing up. One knee out. And then back in, keeping that neutral. Keep those ribs heavy, little space behind your low back. And again, go left. And in, one more right, and back, and then go one more left, back in, stay. Now we're gonna open our right knee out to this side, hold when it's there, keep that left hip nice and heavy, and then reach your right leg out in front of you. So it's turned out, I'll start with left actually. Your leg is turned out when you reach out there, turn it back to center, and then pull it back in. Now go right, open, kick it out. Right knee is pointing to the side, left side of your body stays heavy, knee up to the ceiling, and pull in. So knee drop, hold. It's not really a drop. You're really controlling that movement. Then reach out, turn it up, and pull back in. Hopefully you have a sliding mat like I do, not a sticky yoga one. This would be a little tricky to slide. And in, just think of your foot being light. Go left again. Slide it out, bring it in and up. Go one more each way, really thinking about the weight distribution in your shoulders, in your hips. We want it to stay as balanced as possible. Last one, left open, reach, in, and up. All right, so from here, keeping your neutral, lift your right heel, lift your left, and stay. So you're light on your toes. Upper body is nice and quiet. Head is heavy, right? We can rock our head back and forth, no tension in our neck. Remember, we don't want to be here. That's really short through the back of your neck. That's not going to leave you feeling very good. Keep that chin pulling in that little bit towards your chest, and then lift your right leg to tabletop. So knee above your hip. Hold when you're there. Your core is connected. Left toes are light. All we're going to do is reach our right leg out, lower it down, lift it back up, and then bend it back in. So reach, a 45-degree angle or so, then lower, lift up, and pull in. Now think about your core. Think about the left side of your body staying heavy. We've got 8. Reach, lower, up, and in. Left toe stay as light as you want. If you want an extra challenge, lift your leg up, your left leg up, and just hold it there. That's going to be way more abs. And again, reach, lower, up, and in. If you feel your neck tensing with that leg up, I would drop it down. Up and in. Go for 4. Reach, lower and reach, up and back. Last 3. Reach, up. Good job, everybody. Last 2. Reach, lower, up, and in. Last one like this. Reach, lower, lift, back in, lower those toes down, lower your left as well if you were up, drop your heels, take a breath. All right, we'll do the same thing on the other side. So start with your left heel, lift it up, lift your right, hold your left in tabletop, still neutral, so even weight through both sides of your body, lengthen away, lower down, lift back up and in. So never swinging your leg, it's a conscious reach. You're lowering with control as low as you can keep your neutral, lifting back up, keeping neutral, pulling in. Remember, you can be here as well if you want. Reach, lower, lift, and back. Again, let's go. Reach, lower, keep that pelvis still up and in. Leg up or down, doesn't matter. Still really, really challenging on that transverse, those low abs keeping you steady. Lots of obliques, not letting you shift right to left. Not very much in your neck, right? Keep it relaxed. 2 more, reach, lower, up, and in. And last one, reach, lower, and in, and then lower those toes down, lower your heels, take a breath. All right, we'll keep our feet in about hip distance apart. Let's bring our hands behind our head. So holding kind of at the base of your skull, really letting your head be heavy in those hands. Again, we want to keep our neck relaxed, right? So tuck your chin that little bit. You've got a grapefruit or something underneath your chin. Curl forward and hold. You still have that grapefruit there. Your chin is not here. You're just nice and relaxed through that neck. Now really take a minute. Let your head be heavy in your hands. Not so heavy that you're looking to the ceiling, but you want to keep your gaze to your knees, head heavy. All right, so from here, curl up that extra inch and stay. So your ribs are as tight towards the top of your hip bones as they can be. Ribs towards your hips. Hold right here. From here, lift your right heel. Lift your left heel, stay right there. Lift your right, lift your left, and stay. We're gonna tap our right toes away. So keeping that 90-degree angle with your legs. Back in, now go left. And in, go right again. And back, right leg stays still, left and in. So we can stay there or we can add upper body. Lower and up. Inhale. Control back, curling forward. Control and curl. You got 2 more each way. Exhale up. Remember, back is not a break. You're still working. You're working harder. You're working harder. 1 more here. Back, curl forward, holding there. Lower, lower, lower all the way. All right, grab your weights in your hands. Reach those guys right up to the ceiling. So palms can face one another. Holding up their shoulder blades still flat against the mat. All right, so feel that nice shoulder. Let's start with a little protraction. So you're gonna reach your arms forward. Your hands are still shoulder distance apart when you protract. You're just up with your shoulders lifted. Now retract, slide your shoulder blades together. You'll feel that extra bit of width across your chest. Do that again, protract, really reach up. And then retract, slide those shoulder blades back together. Do that again, protract. Kind of feel your shoulder blades almost coming underneath your armpits when you protract. Retract, slide them towards your spine. 1 more like that, protract, feel that width. Retract. And then come somewhere between. So you're not gonna be here, you're not here. Just a neutral shoulder. Arm bones should feel really nice and heavy in your shoulder sockets. Like your arm bone is as close towards the mat as it can be. We're gonna keep them like that. We're gonna reach our right arm out to the right side, not letting your weight shift, and then come up, and then go left, open out, and then pull in. So even just doing this with small weights, you can feel a little bit of tension probably in your body as you try to keep your weight even. So just notice where that tension is. If it's in your neck, let's try to distribute it somewhere else. So instead of tensing through your neck to keep steady on the right, think about your core, right? Think about pulling your belly button into your spine. Think about your ribs hugging around your center. That's your obliques holding everything nice and tight. right? One more each way here. Open and up, and then one more here. Open, back up, hold. Make sure your heels are within fingertip reach. Now press into your heels. You're gonna lift your hips up in one piece like you're doing a reverse plank. You're just gonna press them up. Hold when you're up there so your body is like the plank. Stay right there. Okay, so from here, we're gonna reach our arms overhead. Arms reach, I can't go very far. Arms reach back. Hold when you're there. So notice if your whole body shifted with your arms. It shouldn't have. Keep your body nice and steady. Bring your arms back up to the ceiling. Knees are reaching away from the top of your head. Arms reach. Nothing else changes. Chin is still tucking gently in towards your chest. But one more, just those arms. Arms move, nothing else changes. Constant pressure through your heels to keep your glutes active, right? Ready? We're going to drop hips. Reach those arms. Exhale as you press. So inhale, lower with control. Ribs are tight around your center. Exhale, press up. Go for 4 here. Inner thighs squeeze towards one another. You do have space between them, but don't let them flop out. And 3. Last 2. Exhale, press. Ready? One more. Inhale back. Exhale, press up. You're going to stay at the top. Extra little press into your right heel. Lift your left heel up. Stay there. Your pelvis hasn't shifted. Shoulder blades are still nice and flat on the mat. If you start to feel your back now or in this exercise, bring your arms down. That's totally fine. We're going to lift our left leg up. Hold right there. So you're in a nice tabletop position. From here, can you drop those hips and press up? Try not to change your spine, just lower and lift. Can we add arms to this? Lower and lift. Find it to keep your arms down. Find to just hold them up. You've got 4. Do you feel that right inner thigh squeezing toward your midline with that right glute? They're working together. Last 2. We're going to have an isometric hold at the top. Last one, press up. Stay right here. Now, can you reach that left leg so it's in line with your right? And then pull back in. Even weight on those shoulders. Reach. And in. Go for 6. Constant pressure through your right heel. Don't let that right glute drop. Don't let either of your glutes drop. And in. You've got 4. And back. 3 more. Remember, arms down is fine as well. Last 2, listen to your body. We've got 1 more. We're going to reach out. Hold right there. Can you lower here? And lift. Inhale, lower, keep that leg long, and lift. Go for 4. 3. Feel that left glute. Last 2. Last 1. Exhale, press. Bend that leg in, drop it down. Roll all the way down to the mat. Take a nice breath at the bottom there. Lower those arms. Have a breath. So you should feel your right hamstring, the length of your, the back of your thigh, your right glute, lots of right inner thigh and obliques as well, all working together. Arms working, all of that good stuff. If your hamstring is just screaming at you when you're in that position, bring your heels a little closer to your bum. That should release it a little bit. All right, so let's go arms back up. Palms face one another. We're going to press our hips back up like that plank. So press all the way up, holding at the top. So take a nice little breath, shoulders away from your ears. Let's go both arms, both legs. We're going to go out and up and then go overhead. Let's alternate. And up. Do that again. Wide. Exhale. Press. Overhead. Ribs stay tight around your center. Press. 1 more each way. 1 more here. Reach. And up, hold at the top. So press through that right heel. Sorry, press through your left heel. It'd be terrible to do your right side again. Extra press through your left heel, left inner thigh. Squeezes toward your midline. Left glute is active as you lift your right heel up. Pull that leg all the way in. So hold here. We're just going to drop hips and lift them. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. So you can add those arms if you want.
You've got 5 more. Exhale, press straight up. And 4, exhale, press. 3, ribs stay tight around your center. 2, even weight on your shoulder blades, as even as you can keep it. Last one, press up, hold, stay there. You ready? You're just gonna reach and pull in. Exhale, reach and pull in. Keep those hips lifting. Exhale. Last 5, reaching long. Keep those hips lifting. Oh, I'm dropping. 4, and in. 3 more. And back, neck is relaxed. 2. Last one, reach long. Hold there, you ready? You're gonna lower and lift. 5 more, lower. Lower those hips together. 4. Shoulder blades stay wide and flat on your back. Remember, arms can come down. 3. Last 2. Last 1. Exhale, press. Right leg in. Lower all the way down, rolling down to the mat. Hug those knees in, have a little roll around one way and the other there. All right, give those hips a little stretch out. So right foot in front of your left knee, just press on that right knee. You can keep hugging your left one in a little tighter to deepen that stretch. Take a nice couple of breaths there. Keep pressure on that right one to open it out a little wider for that stretch. And then we'll switch. Same thing over here. Just kind of paying attention to your body. Does one hip feel tighter than the other? Was one way harder to stay steady than the other? Did you feel one glute more than the other? Take a nice couple of deep breaths. Whichever side was tighter, you can have those extra couple of breaths there. Okay, so from here, we're gonna reach our legs straight out in front of us. Grab your, what does my computer keep saying? We're good, right? Yes. Okay, reach those arms, legs straight in front. Grab those weights, reach your arms right up to towards the ceiling. Okay, so we're gonna do full roll-ups with your weights. If you have a flex band and you have a hard time doing getting all the way up in your roll-up, you can put your flex band behind your feet. If you want to do this, you can just do it anyway. And then you can just use that flex band a little bit as you roll up. Whatever feels good. The weights will help with that as well. So I'll show you how to make it a little easier with the weight, and then I'll show you how to make it a little more challenging with the weights, okay? So start with those arms up, reach your arms overhead. Do not let your ribs lift. Take a breath. And now we begin. Tuck that chin, arms reaching. So the lower your arms go, the easier it's gonna be. So here, all the way up, rolling, reach out to those toes, stack yourself up tall. Again, the longer you keep your arms in front of you, the easier it's gonna be. So roll back, find to keep them in front, it's still hard. Rolling, 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 reaching back. Now for a little bit of a challenge, if you keep your arms reaching up to the ceiling, tuck your chin, harder with your arms reaching up, stay in that little bit of a scoop. Reach your arms up before you start rolling back. So now you've got that extra weight to hold with your core, right? Whatever feels good. Try a couple more like that. Holding that little bit of a scoop in front. You can roll back from here or keep those arms up. Okay, now bend your right leg in. Try that. Take a breath, rolling back. And switch left, tuck. Keep that right hip heavy, rolling back. Even weight to both sides of your spine all the way. And reach, go one more right. Hold that little roll, roll, roll all the way, reaching right. And last one, left. Keep that right side of your body heavy. Lengthen up. Roll your way back. Belly button to spine as you curl all the way, reaching back. Okay, from here, pop your weights off to the side. Actually, keep one of your weights handy. Come onto your side. All right, so lying on your left arm there. All right, so waistlines are long, hips are stacked, shoulders are stacked, toes reaching away from the top of your head. All right, and then let's have our right hand on our hip to start. So hips are gonna stay stacked underneath that right hand. All right, from here, let's lift our right leg up. Hold when it's there. If you feel super unsteady here, it's fine to bend your left leg. That's absolutely fine. Doesn't matter, whatever feels good. All right, so reaching out through your right toes, think length through your body. Now from here, you're just gonna circle this leg around. So think of just small circles to start. If you're finding it's easy to keep your hips still or it's no problem, you can make your circles a little bigger. Think about your left ribs staying that little bit lifted. You don't need to be here, but don't press them down. Go for 3 like this. Neck is relaxed, head heavy on that left arm. Last 1, and then go the other way. So again, circling your thigh bone. Really think about that. Your thigh bone, your femur is circling in that hip socket. It's not your ankle, no real movement in your ankle at all. It's not just that foot, it's your thigh bone. 4, 3, 2. Last one, reach out through your toes. Now from here, you're gonna draw rainbows, toes down to the front edge of your mat. Let's medially rotate when we're here. So let your knee point down as well. And then laterally rotate, heel down to the back edge of your mat. So we've done these rainbows before. This just adds another little bit to it, rolling from medial, knee pointing down, to lateral, knee pointing up. Trying to keep your hips as still as they can. They'll move a little bit, but try to kind of minimize the shift. And down. Switch. And back. Go 2 more. And medial rotation, last one. Lateral rotation and medial rotation, and then reach that leg right out underneath you. So really think length. Toes reach away from the top of your head. Grab hold of your weight. Reach your arm all the way up to the ceiling. So you can not use the weight if you want to, that's okay as well. So you're gonna bend your knee in. So it comes into about a 90-degree angle, knee in line with your hip, and then you're gonna reach it all the way out. Reach that leg, reach that arm. Do that again. So arm up, leg in just 90 degrees, and then reach all the way out. So think about that. Knee in line with your right hip, foot in line with your knee. So not back here. That really changes it. Reach out. Good. So go 5 more. Reaching in. And 4, try to keep that right knee at hip height the whole way. Last 3, in. And reach. Last 2. And reach, and then go 1 more. Come on in, hold right here. From here, you're gonna circle this leg here. Finish off with these circles like we started. Go 6, 5, keep that arm reaching. 4, 3, if you do need a little extra stability though, you can bring your arm down. 2, if it's up, think of that reach. Last one, hold, hips stay still. Last 8, 7, exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1, and then lower all the way down. Whew. Come onto your back, feet about hip distance apart. Let's just drop our legs over one side. Come back through center and then drop them the other way. You can just let your hips move freely. Just let go of any tension you might be feeling through there. One side. And back. Feel good. We'll do that again. Go for a couple more like this before we flip right over. We're going to do the same few on the other side. And then let's just slide around. Same thing over here. So keep your weight handy. We're not going to use it right to start. All right, so right leg can be straight, it can be bent just wherever it kind of feels good. You're gonna reach out for your left toes. So the more bent in your leg is, the more it provides that kickstand for you. So less stability through your core. If it's almost straight, that's going to be much harder than up here, but whatever kind of feels good for you. All right, so reach out for your toes. Let's have our left hand on our hip, really thinking length through that left waistline. Right ribs are lifting, they're not arching off, but do think of them staying engaged that little bit. And then just start your circles. Just start them small. They do not need to be huge. Think stability more than anything else. Think about that right ear being heavy, that whole head. Your whole head is resting on your right arm. Try not to tense through here. Go for 4 and 3, just moving that femur in your hip socket, getting whatever your range is. Challenge yourself. Last one, and then go the other way. You want to get the maximum range where you're able to stay steady. So think about that. Kind of might not be as big as a circle, as big of a circle as you could if your hips moved. But try and kind of find that sweet spot where it's as big as you can make your circle while your pelvis stays pretty still. Last one, circle all the way. Hold. Now we're going to do that rainbow. So toes down as you come into the rainbow at the front of your mat, and then heel down at the back. Rainbow down. You got it. Your hip can move a little bit, that left hip. Try not to just dance all around though. Keep it pretty still. Medial and lateral. And again, medial and lateral. Go for 4. Down and back. 3 more. And down, last 2. And down, last 1. Tap. And down, and then come right out to that nice long line. Grab your weight in your hand, reach that arm all the way up, and then bend that leg in. So you're gonna bend in that 90-degree angle. Remember, knee in front of hip, foot in line with your knee, and then you're gonna reach all the way out, reaching your arm away at the same time. Come back in, control, waistline, stay long, and then reach. Good, so 6 like this, in, and 5. In, keeping you neutral, keep your long waistlines. Control, just slide that arm up, slide that leg in. In, keeping your knee and your foot right at hip height. Last 3. And reach, you ready for 2? Last one, in, reach all the way, and then come in and let's stay. Now circle here, last circles. Keep that arm reaching, keeping your head heavy on that right arm. Go for 5, 4, 3, 2, hold, other direction. Last 7, exhale, 6. Keep those hips as still as you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and then lower all the way down. All right, come onto your back again. Let's do those little hip drop or knee drops, sorry, over to the right. Up and then over to the left. And you can switch. And back. Let's go one more each way here. One more across. All right, and then hug those knees and have a little roll around there. And then roll yourself right on up to seated. Check our time. Perfect. Okay. So hands under your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. So keeping constant pressure through those palms without locking into your elbows. So arms are straight but not locked. We're just going to do a cat and a cow. So we're just going to drop our tail. Think of scooping up through your core, lifting your ribs away from the mat. Look towards those knees. Hold when you're there. Take a nice breath. Let your head have a little rock back and forth. And then come all the way back out. So come into that little extension. Think about the top of your head kind of reaching up
to the wall in front of you. Your ribs are still hugging around your center, so don't just let everything go. And then go the opposite way. So drop that tail, scoop around. And then come all the way back out. Lengthening when you're there, and then do that again. One more each way. All the way out. Reaching those collarbones forward that little bit for your extension, and then come right to neutral. So your gaze is right down, hold when you're there. All right, so from here, let's start with our left leg. So pressure into your right as you kick out your left, lift it up and reach. So reach your toes away from the top of your head. So all we'll do without letting your weight shift to the right is just bend that knee, tap it down ever so slightly, and then kick back. So think stability over everything else. Bend in and kick. Watch those elbows in. Go 5 more. Control. The easiest thing to do here is to shift our weight to the right. Kicking on the couch. In. And I don't want you to shift your weight to the right. Got it? In. And kick. Go 2 more. And kick. Last one. Let's go in. And kick, stay there. Now, can you drop your right elbow down? Your hand reaches across. So now you're taking the pressure out of those shoulders a little bit. Right elbow and forearm are down. Now from here, you're gonna bend this knee, pull it in towards your left elbow, kick out, squeeze up. So 1, bend it in. 2, shoot it back. 3, lift it up. 4, and in. Out, lift, lower, in. Reach, lift, lower, in. Go for 4. Reach, lift, lower, in. Good job, guys. 3, reach, lift, lower, in. Last 2, reach, lift, lower, and in. Last 1, reach, lift, lower, pull it in, and then drop it all the way down. Sit yourself back to a shell stretch. Those wrists take a little shake out. All right. Once those wrists have had a little bit of a break, we'll come back up over here. So now we're going to press our left knee into the mat as we kick our right leg out. So reach it out, trying not to let your weight shift left. Even pressure in both of your arms there, soft elbows. Lift your right up and then stay there. So reaching the top of your head away from your toes. Think about that length through your body. Now from here, you're just going to do a little bend and then a little reach. Bend it in. Go for 6. In with control and reach. 5. In with control. 4 more. Watch your weight. Is it shifting left? Last 2. And reach. Ready? 1 more. In. Reaching. Stay there. Drop your left elbow. So most of your weight is in that left elbow now. Shoulders still away from your ears. Turn that right leg out. You're going to bend it in towards your right knee. Kick back out. Squeeze up and down. So your back stays strong. So not letting that back arch, especially here with that squeeze up. Go for 6. In. Go as slow as it feels good. You could do 2 more perfectly. That would be way better than just powering through 6 and not being in the correct alignment. You're going into your back or something. Up and down. Last 3. In. Reach. Up and down. Last 2. In. Reach. Do you feel your left glute more than your right? You should if you're lined up. A little counterintuitive, isn't it? Last 1. In, reach, up, down, and then bend all the way in. Again, sit yourself back for that shell stretch. Let your wrists have a good little twist out. All right, we'll give those lists a break. We're going to come on to our tummies now. Okay, so hands are going to be
at about the height of your shoulders, maybe a little higher, just so your arms are comfortably bent. You don't need to be kind of tensing anywhere. Just have your gaze one way or the other so you're lying on one ear. And then let's bend our legs. You're going to turn them out. So your knees should be about as wide as your mat. Can you see? It's hard with all my black. So knees are as wide as the mat. Your heels are squeezing together. So if you have a ball now, this is a really nice way to do this. If you don't have a ball, you can do it without. So if you have a ball, I would pop it between your heels if you can grab it. If not, it's fine. All right, so heels together. Now all we're going to do to start is think about our core. So when we're lying on our tummy, super easy to just relax your whole body down and like let your core go. I want you to keep your abs engaged, your deep core, so your transverse as we're working here. So think about your belly button just pulling away from the mat ever so slightly. Think about that little lift, belly button pulls in towards your spine. Now from here, all you're going to do is squeeze your heels together, lift your knees, maybe an inch, hold, feel those glutes, and then slow control, let your knees go. So do that again. Start with your core, belly button to spine. Lift your knees that little bit. Slow and control as you lower. So go for 4 like this. Exhale, lift. Yeah, good job, you guys. Hold, and then slow lower. It's not high at all. If you feel your low back, you're probably going too high, or maybe you're not engaging your abs. Think abs, little lift, and down. We're going to go 2 more just like this. Holding, relaxing through the rest of your body. You've got that core working and glutes. Last one. Abs deepen, lift those knees ever so slightly. Hold there. So either squeezing towards the ball or squeezing your heels together. Keep those knees lifting. Hold for 5. Maybe squeeze and lift a little higher. Hold for 4. Hold for 3. Hold for 2. And then 1, let them go all the way. It looks like I was hardly doing anything. Do you feel that though? Hopefully. Okay, now bring your hands, if they were down or whatever, bring your hands back to just above shoulder height. Now you're gonna look down at your mat. So nose is right on the mat. So holding here. Now legs are still about as wide as the mat. Let's think about our spine right now. It's really nice and long. So we're not having any kinks in it. We're just letting the natural curves rest there. Okay, so to start here, we're going to think about a little marble in front of our nose. We're going to roll the marble away. So think of rolling the marble just like 3 inches in front of us, and then begin pressing into your hands and come into a gentle little extension. So when you're up in your extension, this is kind of as high as you're going to get. You're not going to get into like this kind of a yoga thing, or what are we doing, yoga, something like that. We want to keep our neck long. So let's really think length, and then we're just going to lower back down. So hold again. Roll that marble away. Think about your ribs hugging around your center. Belly button pulls into your spine, gently pressing into your hands. And again, lift. So holding here, you should be able to lift your hands without just dropping your weight into your back. All right, so just kind of use that as an indicator of how high you should go. Take a breath. And then slow and control back down. Do that again. So we're going to go 3 more. Roll that marble away. And then extend. I know it hardly looks like I'm moving. Holding at the top. Take a breath. And then control down. Try to reach the top of your head way out across your room as you lower down. Always thinking length and extension. Doesn't matter about height at all. Last 2. Roll that marble slightly. Maybe go for that little test again. Can you lift your arms? Lower down. And down. 1 more. Roll that marble away. Belly button lifts away from the mat. Holding when you're here. Take that breath. Collarbones are wide. Can you lift those hands that little bit? Maybe hold here. Take a breath. And then lower your hands down. Lower. And then press all the way back to a little shell stretch. So holding when you're back there, let the weight of your body just drop back to your heels. Let those shoulders relax. So we're going to start incorporating a little extension into our workouts.
I don't normally teach extension in group classes because it's really, really hard to do correctly. But like I said, I was doing this course and I am just so opened my eyes to how important it is. So we're just going to go bit by bit and see if we can get some into our workouts each day. It's a little finicky. I know it doesn't always feel great, but just that little bit of movement through the back of our body is really important. All right. So let's go from there. We're going to come back up here. So hands back under your shoulders, knees under your hips. All right, holding right here. We're going to kick our right leg out. So reach out through your right heel. Really think about that glute engaging when you kick your leg back. So you could be here and just kind of be reaching, like stepping your leg back, or you could be here and be engaging your glute. I want the glute. And let's go left. Holding here. Keep those ribs nice and tight around your center. Take a nice deep breath. Now tuck your chin. Scoop and then pull all the way back into a downward dog or an up stretch. Lifting that tail up to the ceiling, even pressure through those palms. Walk those feet out and switch, switch, and switch. And then drop both those heels, take a nice couple of breaths. Lift them up. And then come back into your plank. So you're going to hold your plank now. You're going to press your heels back behind you. So feel that nice stretch down the back lines of your legs. And then shift your weight forward. So shifting all the way up to the edge of your mat and then pull yourself back, pressing through your heels. So just feel that movement in your ankle. Your ankle is pressing you forward. And then your ankle is pulling you back. Keep that long line of your spine. Try not to let your head drop. Forward again, and back. Last one, let's go forward. Press back, and then lift all the way back up. Pressing down. Let's walk our legs out this time. So bend your right knee, press your left down, and then switch. And again, switch. Switching here. And back. And then come all the way forward into that plank. Again, drop your right knee, drop your left, and then come down onto your elbows. So elbows underneath your shoulders. Keep those long waistlines so not arching. Nice and neutral. Knees about hip distance apart. All right. Curl your toes under. Okay, so for this, if you have a ball, you can pop a ball between your inner thighs. Not necessary though. Just try to keep your knees about hip distance apart or so if you don't have the ball. All right, so from here, press those forearms into the mat, not letting your shoulder blades retract. We're gonna lift our knees just an inch. Hold when you're there, and then control as you lower back down. Let's do that again. You can do it on your hands if that feels better for you. Lift those knees that little inch, hold, and then slow lower. Do that again. Exhale, belly button to spine. Spine stays nice and long, no arching that back. Control. You ready? Two more here. Controlling down. Remember, the higher you go, the easier it is. Don't go too high. Last one. Hold there. Take a nice couple of breaths. Hold for 3. Hold for 2. Hold for 1. Drop those knees. Sit back again. And then come all the way up. So knees about hip distance apart. We're going to kick our right leg out to the side. Think of the right side of your foot staying nice and heavy. So the outside of your foot staying nice and heavy. All right. So hold when you're there. So you're not here. You're more there. And then you're straight up and down on this left leg. All right. So we're going to start with our arms wide to this side. Waistlines are long. Now we're going to reach our right arm overhead. Left arm comes across your body. Reaching there for that nice little side bend through the right side. Hold. And then shorten that right waistline as you come back up. Let's do it again. Doesn't matter at all how far you go. Just getting that little bit of side flexion in, reaching across. Hold when you're there. And then pull all the way back in. You can go here. just that little bit of movement, whatever feels good for you. And in. Go one more like that. Exhale across. Take a nice breath all the way up. And then left arm overhead. Let's reach across the other direction. Hold there. Take a nice couple of breaths here. We're going to add one last little bit to this. So we're going to do a side flexion, and then we're going to add a little bit of rotation as well. So wherever it feels good for your hands. I'm going to go this one. So we're going to reach right arm overhead, left arm down, holding here. If you're familiar with reformer, this is the hawk. So you're going to twist, open your arms, only twisting as far as it feels good. Doesn't matter what your rotation looks like. Come back to center, and then come all the way up. So with both arms here, it would look like this. Reach across. Little rotation, whatever feels good. Your hips can move slightly as you twist. Come back to center, and then all the way up. So go two more like this. Let's go over, add that little rotation, let your hips move if that feels better. You can bend your leg, whatever feels good. And then back up. Go one more. Over, add that little twist. You can bend and move those hips if you're not feeling like you have much rotation, and then come all the way up. Left arm overhead, across, and then come right back up. And we'll do the same thing other side. So left leg out to this side. Side of that arch is, or side of that foot is going to be heavy. Let's go all the way over this way. Take a breath, and then come right back up. And again, left arm overhead, right arm down. Take a breath there. You could do this as well. And then back up. So think of lengthening your left waistline on the way over. And then shorten it as you come up. One side may feel way better than the other. That is okay. That's how it feels for me too. One side over. And then up. Go one more as far as that feels good. Come back up. All the way across. Take a nice deep breath there. All right, and now we'll add that little bit of a twist. If the twist doesn't feel good, like I said, you can bend your leg and let your whole body move, or just eliminate the twist, doesn't matter. So you're gonna come all the way over, across. Now twist, you can keep your leg pretty static, back through center, and all the way up and over. Or you can go over, let that leg move with you as you rotate, still getting that thoracic rotation, back, all the way up and over. So go three more like this. Would be great with your arms crossed here, arm or leg moves with you if you want. Last two, up and over, lengthening that left waistline, keep it long as you rotate. Back through center, and up and across, and then one more, all the way over. Rotate, back through center, and then all the way up and over. Lovely. All right, and then come back. We're gonna come back into a little bit of a plank. So right heel reaches away, left heel reaches away. Pick those abs up, press yourself back. Hold when you're down here, walk those feet out one more time. Give those hips a little wiggle, side to side. And then let's kick our right leg up behind us, pull it into our chest. Turn that leg out and drop right on down. So take a nice couple of breaths, just letting that right hip have a big stretch out. And then just reaching straight out in front of you to start. Take a nice couple of breaths there with those exhales. Think of letting go of that right hip as much as you can. And then walk your hands, reach across to the right side of your mat. So reaching, kind of dropping on top of that right knee. Extra little stretch out, reach out through those left fingertips to really lengthen that left side of your body. And then let's walk our hands all the way over the left side of your mat, reaching a little bit further with your right hand this time, feeling that right side of your body have that extra stretch.
And then walk those hands back through center. Curl your left toes under, step your right back. Press back, drop those heels. And then left leg up. Pull it in, drop it down, and then come down. So reach straight out in front of you to start. Using those exhales to just let go through that left hip. And then walk those hands over your left knee. Really reach out through your right arm. And then walk your hands over to the right side of your mat, really reaching out through your left fingertips there. Feeling that nice side stretch for the left side of your body. Keep reaching. And then walk those hands back through center. Curl those right toes under, left, and then press right on back. Walk those hands into your feet. Just hang in that forward fold, letting go of that head. Give your head a little shake back and forth. And then let's just stack all the way back up, weight back into your heels as you roll all the way up. Shoulders down, away from those ears. And you are all fini. Thanks, guys. Feel good? Feel like I went over. Oh, I did go over a little bit. Sorry, everybody. Have a wonderful day, guys. I think this sounds like it was coming out. It's not anymore. I don't know what's going on. But I hope I'll see you soon. Everybody stay safe.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Lindsay, it was great.